everybody to the Single and Stilettos Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima, and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Miss Solomon, and she's the founder of thedatingtruth.com, and I'm so excited to have her here today because she's telling you the one thing men want from women. And ladies, I know you're dying to know what this one thing is, but you're going to have to wait because I want Miss Solomon to tell our audience a little bit about herself and how she got into the dating industry.
Well, thank you so much for having me on today. I'm so excited. I got into the industry really by accident. I went on a lot of great dates in my 20s, and I met a lot of really great guys, and I thought, this is kind of easy. Let me teach other people how to do this. I don't know why everybody hates dating. And so I just started thinking about what I did and telling other people how to do it.
And you give great dating advice because I follow you on Twitter, and she puts out some good tweets on dating advice. I'm always like, yeah, that's a good tip.
Thank you.
But today we're going to talk about, like I said, the one thing men want from women. And Miss Solomon, what's the one thing? I know our audience is like, what?
You know what? And this is kind of arbitrary. I know it's very broad, but the one thing men want is to have fun. That is why they play sports. That's why they watch sports. That's why they play video games into their 30s and 40s. It's because they're always looking for more ways to have fun. And when you can have fun with a guy, he will always want to be around you.
That is very true. And I love how you say, even in their 30s and 40s, they still play video games. It is true, ladies. I know you've dated that guy, and you're like, why is he still playing video games in his 30s and 40s? Okay, but you say there's actually 4 simple ways that men want to have fun. So can you elaborate more on that? I know you say the first one is about being fun and flirty.
That's right. A lot of women are afraid to flirt with the wrong guy. If he's not the one you're interested in, they kind of hold back and they don't know how to, just be flirtatious because they don't want to, make it an invitation. But you have to be able to be fun and flirty. Men love to flirt. They love it. It doesn't mean something as serious to them as it does to women. So just flirt with everybody and definitely flirt with the guys that you like.
And that's a really good point because this is what I tell people that aren't used to, like you said, like flirting and it doesn't come naturally. If you practice on everybody, then it's going to come naturally at the point when it's for the right person. Mm-hmm. And ladies, don't worry if you're sending out the wrong signal. It's just about being friendly.
Right.
Okay. So the second tip you say is about being fun and adventurous.
Right. We can sometimes get married to a plan. If the guy says we're going to dinner and a movie, it better be dinner and a movie. But you have to learn how to go with the flow sometimes and be spontaneous. Nobody judges us as harsh as we judge ourselves. And so he doesn't think you're being silly or look stupid or awkward. Just go with the flow. As long as you're having a good time, he's going to remember the good time, not that your hair got frizzy or that you didn't have the right makeup on.
It's so true because when you're so set in your ways, it can actually be a turnoff. Okay, so the third tip you say is about being fun and positive, and this is so true. Negative Nancy, stop being so negative.
Oh my God. I believe that a positive attitude and positive energy create positive results. Do not complain about, you didn't like the food or you didn't like the service or you didn't like, what you were wearing, Things are going to happen all the time. If you can maintain a positive attitude and if you can look on, the bright side, he's really going to appreciate your energy.
That is so true because especially when, let's say you're dating a guy and you haven't been dating him that long. Let's say you've only been dating a couple weeks, but you've gone out on several dates. And let's just say you go out after work one night and you had a bad day at the office. And I know, ladies, we all have bad days at the office. But the last thing you want to do is bring that bad attitude to a date and walk into the date and go, oh my God, what a horrible day I had. This happened and this happened and this happened, because he's just going to tune out and go, oh my God, I waited all day for this. So ladies, you, like Miss Solomon said, you want to be positive because leave that at the office. He doesn't care about that. And, and it's just like if he were to bring his work day to the date, you'd be pretty annoyed if you were looking forward to that all day, right? Okay, so the fourth tip is about being fun and lighthearted.
Right. Again, when you are on a date, when you don't know somebody that well, you've just been dating for a short time,
Hmm.
you don't need to get serious. You don't need to argue about politics or the things that you're super passionate about. You can still keep it lighthearted and in the spirit of having a conversation and not a competition.
Yeah, and that's important in the early stages of dating because it's so true. Ladies, I know you can debate the world and for the presidency or whatever it is, but when you're trying to date a guy, really that's not fun to him, is to have a woman that's always being antagonistic and debating him on every issue because you know what? He's not going to want to be around you. And I'll just give you from my own personal example. When I was, God, this was a long time ago. When I was only 18, I was dating this guy, and he was on the debate club. And he was a totally good-looking guy. He was like the most good-looking guy at the high school. And it was so funny, and every girl wanted to date him. And I ended up dating this guy, and I went to my senior prom with him, and he just argued with me about every single thing and he pointed out things I was doing wrong or whatever, and I was just like you said, I just wanted to have fun, and I was like, oh my God, this guy is so annoying, and I actually stopped dating him because it didn't matter how good looking he was. He just made being around him like, oh, I hate being around him. He's debating me on everything.
Right.
So,
And that's why they're not calling sometimes. They went on a date with you and it wasn't fun. So why go out on another date? There's no reason to.
exactly. Why would you want to spend your free time debating someone? You could get that at work. Oh my God. So these have been some awesome tips. So ladies, just remember that one thing that men want from women. So Ms. Solomon, tell our audience how they can find you.
Well, you can find more information about dating at thedatingtruth.com.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being on the show. And thanks everybody for joining us on the Single on Stilettos show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you'd like to view the videos, you can go to singleonstilettos.com. And if you'd like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. If you would like to get our free report on the top 10 secrets on what attracts a man and what turns him off, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleonstilettos.com.